automotive-grade Linux is a platform that can be used within a car, but safety is one of the critical factors.
Correct.
Can you talk a little bit about how those two relate?
Yeah, so we're, everyone, when they talk about safety, they're typically talking about ISO 26262 or similar standards. And for the software, specifically like for the instrument cluster, normally a safety level of ASIL B, as in boy, is what's required. And there are some RTOSs that have, of course, achieved this. That's shipping in cars today. And at AGL, we've been working on bringing functional safety specifically to our instrument cluster solution. And our goal is we're working with a manufacturer. And that manufacturer is currently using the AGL instrument cluster. And they're working on getting that to functional safety standards and get certified. And the idea is that once we have a relationship with this OEM, and once they get that done, they will contribute all of the artifacts back. So the testing that they've done and all of the paperwork that they had to do to get the certification, they'll contribute this back to AGL with the goal of us being able to share it with our other OEM members so that they can go get certified more easily. Now, I want to add a point here that we, as an open source project, we only use reference boards, and these certifications require both the hardware and software to be certified together. So we're not able to get official final certification, but we're able to provide, let's say, 80% of the starting point by providing all these artifacts and testing, and then have the manufacturer go get certified on the final hardware, really easing it, make it a lot easier for them. In addition to that, we're also working with another Linux Foundation project called ELISA, and ELISA is working on functional safety for industrial applications, trains, aviation, nuclear power plants, general, functional safety, and of course cars. Cars is part of that. And so we've been working with ELISA and leading the car part of that effort and making sure that they know our requirements for that Linux functional safety.
So what does the industry need within this space?
So when ISO 26262 was written, I don't know the data, but I'm going to go find out. I'm going to research this a little bit more. But when it was written, the number of lines of code in the car, the actual amount of software in the car was probably quite small. And at the time, they thought that using what I like to coin a cement model was the way to go. So the idea was you build this software, it's not that big. So once we've gotten the bugs out, we'll pour some cement on it and then we'll never change it again. And the model was you don't change it again. And that's how it passes safety, and now it stays safe because you're not changing it. That model doesn't work anymore because now we have, with AGL, for example, 100 million lines of code. I'm working with the car manufacturers to try to convince them that they need to get together as an industry, collaborate, and work with the authorities, the government agencies, to come up with a new standard, which reflects the way modern software is built. Because modern software is not built the cement way anymore. It's actually better, in fact, Linux Foundation has done studies on this, that it's better to continuously update the software and fix bugs. It doesn't mean you're adding new features and adding potentially new bugs, but it's important to constantly be updating it. And especially nowadays with zero-day vulnerabilities that we didn't even know existed. If you've poured some cement on that thing, you can't fix zero-day vulnerabilities. So we have to change the way the industry works. We need a new standard. We need to do away with ISO 26262 and replace it with something that reflects how modern software works, and especially how modern open source software works. Open source needs to be considered in these standards, and that's what I hope to achieve with these OEMs.
Great. Well, it's been an interesting discussion on safety. I hope we continue improving things.
Thank you.